hard working every day. Not a lazy mom, got no time to play. Always on the go, you stuck on the flow, but it's time for the show.
What is going on, all of my boss-minded people? Welcome back to another episode of Not for Lazy Moms. We had so much fun the first time, we decided to just keep it going. So we'll be here, and hopefully every week you'll be tuning in. So guess what? Today we're going to talk about when your child favors the other parent. Does this create jealousy? You know, what do you do about that? Do you feel rejected? I'm going to welcome back my cousin Hank, Big Bank Hank, the forever bachelor. He's always fun. What's up, Hank?
Man, you know I can't call it, man. Just bringing the honest truth from the booth. That's it.
Always with the rhymes. You know that runs in the family. But then also, I brought back my husband. You know, last week he was our guest. Now he's turned co-host. I went on and gave him a job. What's up, Super Dad? The super secure Super Dad, Chris Samuels.
Yeah, baby pappy.
And I want to welcome another co-host of mine. She's my mom friend. And, you know, I was like, you know, one person, cool. Two co-hosts, cool. Three. How about we do three co-hosts? I think that's like the magic number. Me and Chris like everything in threes. So, you know, we were married March 3rd, 2012.
3 times
all divisible by 3.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Oh, yes. 12 years. 12 long years. But let me go ahead and introduce Aly. She is the I need to see it to believe it first time mom.
Yes.
She's so amazing. And Aly, go ahead before we get into this episode. Just give everybody a little bit about yourself and let them know who you are.
Well, I am a see it to believe it mom because, you know, you're all into your like natural remedies and stuff. And I'm like, I'm a little skeptical, hesitant on all of that, except then you always convince me to try. I'm a mom to he's like 2-ish at this point. I feel like once you stop counting weeks, you like forget how old they are. He's like 2 and some change. I don't really know. Been married for 3 years. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Had to think about that.
Like threes.
Yeah. And together for 7.
Wow,
So.
that's awesome. That's awesome. So when me and Aly, we met a long time ago, and we were actually talking about being a mom, and we were on a morning news show, and I proceeded to forget that I was on the news and not on Bravo TV, and I caught my kids' little cock blockers.
Yep. Good morning, Washington. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That is
Good
what I
morning,
remember
Washington.
her from.
Right.
Got
Okay.
you. Now,
Yes.
All right.
So, and we have been in touch ever since then. We did a podcast together some time back, and I told her about the magic of an onion. And from that point on,
Well, first I looked at you like you were crazy. I'm like,
Yep.
You're telling me an onion will cure congestion. But as you know, like when you're a mom and your child is sick, you go into survival mode, you become desperate, you'll try anything.
Yes.
So I decided to put the raw onion that Monique suggested by my kids' crib, and it actually worked. It actually, I could not believe it. And so I tried it out, I tested it, and I'm a believer now.
I'm so excited. I really love that. Hank actually had a recent onion story too. A friend of his has a newborn.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so she doesn't believe in anything natural remedies. All she believes in, I get hurt, take her to the hospital. So I told her, look, a more cost-effective way we can handle this is, sit back and let me do it. Monique taught me about the onions, put them in the socks, put them around the bed, and see what happens. You know what I mean? And it worked. 3 hours went by, fever went down, everything was everything. So I credit that to the Not for Lazy Moms home remedies.
Thank you. So I just got to get y'all on these oils next. Aly has a bottle of RC, one of my favorite oils that she has yet to open.
And you're right. It is actually still sitting in my room. I have like everything ready to go. I'm just scared.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, let's get into this topic because I really think this is an important one to talk about because there are times where your child tends to want one parent over the other. And I was reading an article on parents.com. Before I get into the article, I will say that they took a poll, and the recent poll that they took, they said over 90% of the parents that responded to the poll said that their child does favor one over the other. So I know Chris and I, we've had our experiences. Chris, you want to talk about Melania especially. She has her little moments where she just wants mommy.
Yeah, it's funny. I never really felt any jealousy. At the end of the day, when they're really, really young, a lot of times they tend to cling to the mom. And, it is what it is. And whatever my baby needed at that time, I was comfortable with that. I never really was upset about it. I knew once they got older, they would eventually start clinging to me like my son. He was up under his mom too much. And I started, like, hold up now, this ain't right now. But now all he wants to do is roughhouse and play and fight. He's 5 now, so, timing is everything. So you just have to be patient as a parent. I wouldn't say, get jealous over it.
Yeah.
But actually...
Yeah, that's why we call him the super secure.
Right. But I wonder, actually, you brought up such a good point where it's like, that kids want their moms. So I wonder if moms are the ones who get more jealous when they want their dads, because we're told that babies love their mommies, boys love their mommies. And
That's
stuff.
true. Now, I have not had that experience with my kid not wanting me outside of when Hank comes in town. I mean, they could care less about me or Chris when cousin Hank is around. They literally think he's a superhero.
Well, they know they're going to get some fun times, candy, anything to keep them quiet, and we going to roughhouse
so
and
you
play.
give my kids candy. So that's what you do.
Oh, damn.
Gummy bears in his pocket.
But Hank helped raise those babies. I mean,
He really did.
Hank took care of them.
Okay, so where's my, where's the reward, the award, my trophy, my plaque,
just
my
being in the presence of me and Monique.
You know what? I do get good perks, man. What's next trip we going on?
Yeah, this is not a hashtag paid by Monique experience right here. So at the end of the day, but Hank has literally been around since Milani was, I think she was only like 3 or 4 days old.
3 days.
And it was to a certain point in time where I think Milani kind of thought Hank was her daddy. And I was just like, no, we don't.
She would come. I would come through the door, and she would be like, "Daddy." I'm like, "No, I'm Hank." Every single time.
She really did.
She really would say,
What was that
"Daddy."
like for you, though?
To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. It depends on if Chris was around. If he was around, it would make me feel some kind of way, and I would immediately correct it. Not saying I wouldn't if he wasn't around, but it made me feel like it made me think about how he would feel. And then that would affect how I felt.
Yeah, being considerate of my feelings.
Absolutely.
But honestly, it would be times where, Monique would be out doing something. So, we would have Milani. I noticed I said we because me and Hank, we both were watching
It was
the
a team
baby.
effort.
But at the end of the day,
it takes a village to raise a family.
She would be crying and just pretty much, raising sand. Yeah. And I'm trying to put her to sleep. I'm the dad. I'm supposed to be doing this and that. She didn't want me. She wanted Hank. And it really didn't hurt my feelings, though. I just wanted her to be quiet. So by any means necessary.
So I was getting used.
Exactly.
So what's crazy? I started noticing you would talk to me more between the hours of like 8 and 9 o'clock when it was her bedtime.
I wasn't playing.
So you reeled me in for conversation, and then it was Hank put Milani to bed. Okay.
It was sometimes where Hank would literally just, "Chris, you want me to take her? Please take her."
True.
Yeah, no,
Very
she
true,
loves
very true, very true.
cousin Hank. She'd be like, "Where Hank? He in New
That's
Jersey."
my little girl right there, man. That's my little girl right there.
But no, Aly, I want to hear more about your first time mom, you and your husband. Do you ever have those moments where Sam is just like, Dad, I don't want to deal with you. Like I want mommy or
See, no. Sam is more Daddy to him is his superhero. Daddy lets him watch TV. Daddy gives him cookies before dinner. Daddy is the coolest.
Oh,
So
okay.
when I'm around, he loves me, especially if he's not feeling well or if he's tired, he'll want to snuggle up on me, but during the day, it's, Daddy's fun. So I honestly feel a little bit of rejection.
Oh, no.
Yes, and then there are some times, when I take him to school in the morning, he'll just, run, totally be fine. But when I pick him up from school. When I pick him up from school, it is he looks at me and just bursts into tears. It's no, you are here. But when my husband shows up, he's like, Daddy's here. Yes.
Oh, my God.
So Daddy the playparent.
Oh, yeah.
He the playparent.
Wow. Daddy's super cool and
right.
Mommy's boring.
Well, I don't know. I could say the same about me, but yeah, I can definitely tell, with my daughter, that is my ace boon coon, that she does not let me go.
No, I've been to your house. I can tell you, firsthand, I've seen it. It's she's an added limb to you.
Yes, she really is. And she's grown out of this phase, but for a long time, if she woke up in the middle of the night, because both my kids, they've been potty trained since they were a year old, and even sleeping overnight, they're both potty trained. So she would only wake up if she had to use the bathroom. So she would wake up and she would just start yelling, "Mommy, Mommy." And sometimes, when I sleep hard. I'm out. So Chris, he's a light sleeper, so he would hear her. One night, I look at my phone because I have a camera on it. So I looked at my phone as Chris went into the room to go get Milani. And as soon as he walks in the door, I'm watching him on the camera walk into the room looking real delirious and tired. And she says, "I want you. I mommy. And normally Chris will like kind of like, cuddle her or try to calm her down. But I guess he had it. So he said, screw this. He turned right back around and came walking back in the room. And I died laughing. And she like flipped out. And
I said she had to learn, baby. I mean, I can't keep running behind her and she's mistreating me. So I was like, whatever, I'm going back to sleep.
So Chris clearly handles rejection well. But now she actually gets out of her bed and will come get us if she has to use the bathroom.
No,
now,
that's why I'm keeping my son in the crib until he's like 15 or something. As long as I can, you are in that crib.
You talking about mama's boy.
She's going to be like the lady on Game of Thrones, breastfeeding a 10-year-old.
I don't have mommy.
Real teeth in his mouth. I mean, biting on you.
Y'all are so stupid.
Why did I just have a visual of her?
Oh, God.
That's horrible. I don't want
And I have to sit next to you.
I'm
This
sorry,
is great.
I did not want to visualize. I mean, not that I didn't want to
now I'm
visualize it, just
offended.
because.
Very.
Oh, I know. That's why I did not want to visualize that. But he said it. Though.
Keep talking.
Oh,
Oh
man.
God! He just walk up and get
Chris,
some.
can we switch?
Got some milk.
Chris, can we switch? Can we switch seats, man? I need to
gotten
get away.
smaller in here.
That is hilarious. But I guess as the parent who is being rejected, I mean, the grass is always greener. You might feel that little moment of like, dang, my kid don't want me, but don't you get a nice little break?
Definitely.
You know what it
get a
is?
break.
It's if you appreciate the moments where like they do. I mean, first off, they love you. Like, there's no doubt they of course love you. And if you
Yes.
appreciate the cuddles when you get them and the I love yous when you get them, then yes, it is like a free pass to go pour that glass of wine extra early because he
Yes.
wants daddy. Like, I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a nice little break because sometimes I'm like, okay, Chris, it's your turn to put them to sleep. Can you take them up? And I'll just hear both of them. I want mommy. I need my oils. Daddy, you didn't rub my oils on me. Daddy, you didn't turn on my diffuser. Oh, my kids are like me to the core. Like, they have their little routines and they're like, look, we need mommy to come up here. Mommy gives us hugs and rubs our back. So I don't know. I just feel like it would be nice where I can just have a moment where I don't hear them yelling my name.
Yes.
So basically, that means you need to be out the house.
Clearly.
But
Gotta
question
be
for
out the
you:
house.
do you feel guilty leaving the house since they
Never.
depend? Okay, that's good.
Never ever.
You're like,
Never
peace
ever.
out, bye.
I learned when my son was first born, and my mom had a talk with me, and she said, "Don't you ever feel guilty when you need a moment." And I was like, okay. So she was in town, and she was like, go get a massage, go to the spa, do whatever you want. I have Christopher. Don't worry. And when my mom has him, I'm totally fine. Even when Chris is a great dad. Like, I've never had that moment where I feared how Chris would interact with the baby by himself. Like, I have full confidence in
Well,
him.
thank you, honey.
Yeah, I mean, you're amazing.
A lot
Especially when I
of
got
moms
Hank
have
with
that
me.
fear.
Hey, man, we
hold
make
down.
a good team, man. We make a good team, man.
Daddy daycare is
Absolutely.
over
You set up the area, let them run around.
As long as y'all be trying to wear my breast pump, it's all good.
here. We might have a little bit of breast on us right now, but we ain't got a pump.
I'm going
I've
to
been
be,
working out
Nothing
lately,
but
though,
powder
so
out of them
we'll be good.
things.
I'm going to be silent on this one.
I gotta get back in the gym.
Hey,
bro.
why you
Absolutely.
silent? You tried on my breast pump before?
I picked it up, but it wasn't to try it on. I mean, I just never seen a thing that looks like that straps onto
I
a
know, there
titty.
is-
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry, that straps onto a breast. I just didn't know. I really didn't know. I didn't
Earmuffs,
know.
kids,
I'm
earmuffs.
sorry, I
If
didn't
kids
know.
are
I'm sorry.
listening, say-
But it's crazy. I don't like. Well, everybody knows I don't have any kids, but talking about if I could put my little rendition on it, I don't think I would have any problem with a kid wanting the mother. Especially if the baby's crying. I mean, if the baby's
You're like,
crying,
fine, here.
absolutely. If the baby's crying, I'm going to steer that baby in the mother's direction. So I know for me personally, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would be okay. That's all I had to say. But anyway, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
Well,
that's
do you
good.
think that it
Sometimes you need that
changes
break.
as they get older? Because I just feel like kids are like master manipulators. Like, I swear.
Yes.
It's like they're going to go to whoever will benefit them the most at that given time. Same way, if they're sick, they want mommy. If they want to go to sleep, they want mommy. If they want to play, they want daddy or Hank. So it's like that manipulation starts very young. And I remember when I was a teen, if I wanted something, I would go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, can I go out with my friends? And she would be like, well, no, you got to ask your dad. Why do I have to ask him? Aren't you a parent too? Or are you one of his daughters too?
Oh, my
I mean,
goodness.
super manipulative.
Wow, that
You get that
is.
from every time you get your way with me. Yeah, and on her.
Are you talking about when
That
she
was
want to go
learned
shopping or
behavior
something?
from a child. Yeah, right.
You talking about she want to go shopping?
Yeah,
All right,
no
all right,
wonder
okay.
she
Wait,
did
what do you say? Wait, what does she
She
say?
learned how to get over back then on her
Then,
mom.
Excuse me. First of all, y'all know I don't even like shopping.
Chris, it runs in the
I'd
family.
rather go online.
Well,
That is
she
shopping.
has a point. She
That
has
is-
a point.
that is a form of
She has a
shopping.
point.
But no,
So,
I don't. Have to
can I ask,
manipulate
so let me
Chris.
ask you a question about the kids being manipulative. Did I say that word right?
Yeah, you
okay.
did. Good job.
Man, I'm
Big
moving up in the world.
Yeah.
Moving up in the world. But no, you would say that's a learned trait, right?
I kind of think that's something that is just in a child from the moment that they're born.
I
It's
can't agree with that.
unbelievable.
I can't agree with that.
Well, Eve
They only worry about
manipulated us
themselves.
from the beginning of time.
No,
so
time
it's in
out.
us.
No.
He was just
Honestly,
manipulated
I don't
by-
think you could just be born being manipulative. You have to learn that.
I think it is a learned trait
Thank
because
you.
every
Thank
parent
you.
goes into survival mode with the baby.
Absolutely.
So whenever they're crying, whatever it takes to make them stop,
So
right?
who are we going to
So
say the
we-
baby
Not
learned that
necessarily.
manipulative trait
Right? You
from?
don't
No,
think
because
so?
it's a lot of
We're
times.
going to say, I'm on your side right now. We're going to say the baby learned that manipulative trait from the person the baby was attached to.
Excuse
Oh,
me. Don't be
okay.
trying to
Okay.
throw
So my
darts
daughter
in
was
there.
attached to you at one time, so
No,
she learned
that's
from you.
Dude, I'm talking about from the womb, man.
buddy.
I'm talking about from the womb.
I got you.
From the womb, the baby's been attached
Oh,
to
yeah,
Monique.
this is
and you
attack women
clearly-
time right now.
Oh,
You're right.
here we
This
go.
is phony.
Excuse me. This
this
is
is-
called not for lazy mom, not for lazy Hank and
But wait
Chris.
a minute. No one said you were lazy. We're just saying that the baby learned the manipulative trait from
In the
Monique
womb?
Samuels.
No.
From the
No,
womb.
Oh,
no.
come on.
I
The
think that-
vibrations. She heard the conversations.
I don't think so.
Chris, I'm having your baby. What's that push gift gonna get? Oh, I want it.
Well, that is a
Yeah,
true
she got the
story.
baby whip, the Mercedes.
You know what I'm saying? But
She
the
did.
baby's feeling
And some
this.
earrings.
It's digesting everything. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like kids are born with selfish tendencies because they are used to being catered to. If they cry, they get a bottle. If they cry, they get patted on the
Right.
back. If they cry, they get their diaper changed. So they have that innate ability
Yes.
to get what they want based off of what they.
Well, that's the way
I
they
can say that's
communicate.
learned. I can definitely say that's learned because that's how they communicate. Right. But it takes us parents to get them out of those phases, which is why with me, they don't get over on me.
So what are y'all doing to get the kids out of those stages?
Because when they whine, you don't get rewarded for that.
Exactly.
I'm not going to give you what
I
you want
preach
because
that.
you're whining.
I preach that with this
you know?
woman's kid all the time. You let that baby calm down and relax, and then you give in to what the
Well,
baby
that
needs.
baby's
That's what
still
I think.
young, so that's a little different.
I thought we had to get them, teach them at a young
Wait,
age.
how old's the
Not
baby?
that young. The baby's like 2 months old.
Well, hey, the
2
baby,
months is not old
Oh
enough.
my God, you can't do tough love on a 2-month-old.
No.
The baby's
hey.
being very receptive.
I'm talking
the
about
The baby
when
on a
kids are
diet.
when they're
This
like
baby-
6, 7, 8 months.
Wait a minute. If a baby can roll their eyes at me, I'm old enough to let this baby know I'm the man in the house. Notice I ain't say daddy. I'm the man in the house. This baby is learning some traits already. 2 months years old. That little Joe could be rolling his eyes at me,
Tell
man.
the 2-month-old to be quiet so that
Man.
the 2-month-old can get her bottle.
Look, man, I put
got
that.
the baby on the diet.
I put that 2-year-old. Look, that baby start crying. I turn that baby swing around to the wall and let it have some alone time.
So you already
It's
giving the baby
alone
corner.
time. It's alone time.
Go stand in the corner, put your nose in the corner.
Swing in the corner. That's it. Swing. I'm sorry.
That's not the definition of alone time.
All right, man.
Oh God! Hey, you know what? We gotta have some talk. I thought I'd
man.
have trained you better than this, bro.
You did, but what else am I supposed to do? I mean,
You know what?
I make sure the swing
write
is
that
very
down. That's
comfortable.
going to be the next topic. What is alone time for kids? That's a good one.
So Monique, you say you manipulated your
I'm
mom
wrong.
and your dad. You
Well,
had your
not
way.
so much my dad. He was a little harder to manipulate. He always said no. You know
Right.
that, Hank. Oh my God, he was the king of no.
my-
Everything was no.
Right.
Uncle
So
Ken,
we
don't
always
play
ran
that.
behind my mom. My dad was a Vietnam veteran, so you didn't know what type of mood he was going to come in with. So at the end of the day, you stayed clear of big man.
Oh gosh, yes. I can't even imagine Big Man in that light because I've only met him since he's been.
He's so laid back and chill now.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
him.
but
He's
boy, he
so
was
cool.
a tough man back in the day.
Well, I
Oh,
must have got the
gosh.
cool big man because he's cool with me. I like big man.
Yeah.
What about you, Aly? You have any?
Oh,
childhood
for
flashbacks?
me, 100% would always go to my dad.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like if
That
ever
is what
I
it is.
lost anything, or I remember there was one time in college I lost my passport. My dad flew me home, helped me get it, all without my mom knowing. Now my parents are divorced, so maybe that has something to do with it of why I would always, and I lived with my mom, so maybe it had something to do with it of why I'd always go to my dad, and he'd always say yes.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yep.
That makes sense. Now, I grew up with both parents in the house, and so did Chris. But Hank, you grew up with a similar situation. So, did you ever feel like you favored one parent over the other based off of the fact that y'all weren't living together?
Oh, so check this out. I had a very unique situation. So my situation will only come into play when I would get that 3 o'clock beat down. That means if I'm having any troubles, I'm being a pain in the butt, I'm being bad in school, I would want the other parent that's not beating my butt or getting me a whooping. Which
one was that?
So check this out. Let me paint y'all a picture. Hank, how was your day in school? And I would proceed to lie. And she would say, I got a call from the teacher. You're lying. Bedroom. And I would always notice this around 3 o'clock when school was out. So she would proceed to get the belt, or he would get the belt, and I would get my beat down. And in the moment of that first lashing, I want daddy. I want whoever wasn't in the room at that time. And I noticed at a young age it never worked. So the same parent was always going to be there. So that's my flashback, man. I'm just, oh my God, I'm traumatized right now.
Gosh, that would be another good topic too. Like disciplinary actions. You know, I don't believe in beating my kids with a belt.
Would you beat them with your hand?
No, they get
it's
little
a different
pops on the
generation
hand.
too.
I think I saw some on the news in Spain. It's illegal to spank your kids, so that's crazy.
Oh gosh,
so that'll be a great topic.
Well,
that's
what they're doing. You know, if you can't discipline your child, they want the system to discipline your child, but we ain't gonna get into all that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do all that. Let's stay on. Let's stay on.
That's gonna be a good one, though.
Seriously.
So I was looking at parents.com, and they actually said it's a good thing when children favor one parent over the other. They said that playing favorites is actually a sign of emotional and cognitive growth. So I thought that was pretty interesting because I never thought about it from that aspect. It says that it allows them to explore relationships and intimacy. It allows them to exercise decision-making skills, and it allows them to assert their independence. So it kind of makes sense. It's like they're kind of picking and choosing who they want, and they're getting that. So it makes them feel like, oh, okay, I got this.
I can totally agree with that. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So being rejected is a good thing, basically.
Yeah. So what about double rejection? What about when both kids want mommy, and mommy wants the kids, and then daddy's just like over there?
Well,
craving for some sloppy
daddy
toppy.
at the end of the night.
Well, that's that foreplay all
We
day.
can have 15 babies cuddled up under you. I don't give a you know what. Just go ahead and let them cuddle under mommy, and then later on that night when all them 15 babies sleep, mommy need to come over there and give me some what, Hank?
Well, which one are you talking about?
It could be either one.
Well, if you're talking about that, you know what I mean, that mushy gushy, then or you could be talking about that
Sloppy toppy.
sloppy toppy.
Either one, just as good. Both, my heart can't take it.
You'll take what you can get.
So basically, he's talking about that hashtag foreplay all day. That's what he's talking about.
Oh Lord, because there are times where I feel so bad because both kids will be up under me, and then I'll finally get them to go to sleep, and then by that time I'm wore out. I mean, kids will wear you out, especially all day.
Exhaustion. Yes,
like,
100%.
I think people. Shout out to all of the stay-at-home moms because I don't think people give stay-at-home moms enough credit. The ones that go to work, they don't actually understand that even though you're at a job and you're working, you got a break from little people.
My husband literally says I'm going to work to get a break. Like that's honestly, like it's true. Stay-at-home
Got a
moms
good job.
deserve so much credit.
You know,
if he had one of them hard ass jobs.
Oh, snap. Beep.
Oh,
We'll bleep that out. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep this
You
a
better stay
clean
at
show, just in case you moms out there have your kids in the car. But forgive my husband; he got a potty mouth.
Yeah, I got to be saved on this show.
I
You know
will
what's crazy?
say, yeah.
You know what's crazy? You know, being as though I was around y'all kids, you know, as everybody know now, I would spend days on end with the kids, well, at a time. And I've noticed, because I never really used my brain so much in high school. I did just enough to graduate. So anyway, but what it is being mentally attentive. Is that the word?
Attentive.
Being mentally attentive all day around the clock to a child is nerve-wracking. It can be very mentally draining, and that right there alone will cause you to be drained out at the end of the day. And that's what
why
I got
sleep
out of
so
it.
hard at night.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, every time my husband, like when I first had Sam, you know, I went back to work and juggling work and being a new mom, all this stuff. He finally said to me one day, he goes, I don't know the last time you gave me a kiss when I walked through the door. Like, you're just so caught up in, you know, putting
How'd that
Sam
make
to
you
bed.
feel?
I felt, so incredibly guilty. I felt awful. And so now, since then, I always make sure I give him a kiss and I give him a hug, some sort of like physical touch.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Chris
put.
just
I'm gonna
turned
go ahead
into
and
Dr.
put.
Phil over there.
I know he did.
Because that way, if I ever get into a situation where I'm neglected, And then I could just like, well, Monique, when's the last time you gave me some sloppy toppy or some mushy gushy? And hopefully it'll make her feel real, real bad. And I don't care if her energy level's on 0, -5. She's going to get on top of me and she's going to give me that mushy gushy, that mushy gushy, that mushy gushy. I want some sloppy toppy.
But let me ask you this.
Just as good.
But hold on,
I thought
Chris.
that was going to go so differently.
So let me ask you this. You know me, I got a question to this. I always got a question.
Go ahead.
I got a question. How good is lazy mushy gushy? Is it the same?
It's better than no mushy gushy.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay, so it's like one of those one apple's better than no apple, even a rotten
Exactly.
apple. Okay, I got you.
Oh my God.
Long as you getting it.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Y'all are insane.
I
As long
love
as you're not in there
how-
beating up on yourself, you're good.
I love how
That's
we
a
go
good
from talking to
song.
kids to talking about sloppy toppy all in 2.1 seconds, like every single time.
We're guys. We can help
That's
it.
why y'all are here. Y'all give us that other side.
No,
Because
see, I'm the
I
mature
will
one.
say-
I'm not talking about
Oh,
these
whatever,
things.
Hank. You're the least mature one here. No, but you know what? I love the fact that I have both of you here on the show because a lot of times we get so caught up into what we're doing as moms and as women that we really don't understand when the man starts complaining because we just look at what we're doing. We're like, oh my God, I'm doing so much. I'm taking care of these kids. I'm making sure the bills are paid. I'm, doing whatever, running errands. And it's like, what? You want me to do what? I am tired. Good night.
Drained, exactly.
But now to hear your side and how you feel just as the outsider, looking in on what us moms are doing, it does kind of help you put things in perspective and it just shows us how great we are as women
Well, of
because
course.
we have to balance it all.
But as your Not for Lazy Moms mission, we want it all, we do it all. And so because of that, that's, sometimes the dad gets a little left out.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of times. So I feel
And
bad.
that's where problems can actually happen, when you keep leaving dad out.
He's
you know?
manipulating you right now
know.
so hard.
He's over here trying to get him some sloppy toppy in the
I
studio.
know. Can we leave first before that
Y'all need to
happens?
get out everybody but me and Monique.
This is why you cannot work with your husband or bring him in these kinds of situations.
No, I found that interesting. I asked her how she felt,
Yeah.
Uh-huh. No, at the
Chris
end of
is
the
real
day,
You had me bring
good
my
at
wall
being
down and then you
very
turned it to
know.
sloppy
That's where
toppy.
Christopher gets it from.
Ooh, see, I'm not the only manipulating person in this house.
You know
I'm
what?
not
I might have to
concerned.
take. I might have to
just
take back my
manipulated
first
Aly.
statements.
How did that make you
I'm
feel?
just trying to save all the guys out there from being neglected because at the end of the day, it is a tough job with kids and managing a household. Women do a lot, and we respect that. I know I'm joking around a lot about the sex aspect, but at the end of the day, you still have to find time for each other. That's where it all started from. The babies wouldn't be here without the sloppy toppy.
Or the mushy gushy.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you got to continue to do that.
Think about it. When your kids go off to school and get older, it's just going to be you guys again. So you have to have that foundation.
Definitely.
Or you can do what I always say and just don't get married, don't have kids, and you getting that sloppy toppy mushy gushy around the clock. I mean, you
Might
could
be
pop
getting
in.
a little something else too.
You
though.
know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You got to be a little careful
Lord.
with too much sloppy toffee.
Oh God!
Practice
Chris
safe
over
sex.
here sounded like Oprah. You get sloppy toppy. You get sloppy toppy. You get sloppy toppy. Everybody gets sloppy toppy.
The whole
In a great
happy audience.
world. Oh man, every man on this earth will be happy.
Well, I'm glad I can still pick and choose who I'm getting sloppy toppies from. So, hey, it's
my
great
God.
being me.
You're blessed.
Well,
Thank you, sir.
I have a question. So, Hank has been a crucial part of helping us with kids. When they were
it makes
young.
me feel very honored to hear that.
Yeah, because there was a time where I wouldn't trust you watching
We're
my
not getting
dogs.
into that right now.
And now
Dogs are not a
it's
part
like-
of the show.
I'm just saying, it shows to how much you've grown as a person.
Yeah, but when you say
'Cause I have a lot of
couldn't
respect for
watch
what you do.
dogs,
No, I said I couldn't trust you at one point.
even
watching my
worse.
dogs.
Even worse. She's digging a hole for Hank.
It shows how far you've come. You've
But
come
it's sad
far.
because we're talking about when I was still over 20, so we don't need to tell people that.
All right, well, look,
Everybody
let
matures
me
at a different
let me
time.
clean it up. Let me clean
Yeah,
it up.
yeah, clean it
So
up.
there was a time, but now that time has gone, and Hank is excellent. And this just makes me think of the whole rejection thing and hiring help, having a nanny, having a babysitter. Has it ever stopped you from hiring extra help? Because, we want to do everything. Just the thought of being rejected by your kids, like if they are enjoying said nanny or babysitter, does that thought kind of stop you and say, you know what, I don't want any help because I don't want my kids, looking up to another woman
Oh, wow,
or
that's
man
a
or
good
whomever
question. That's a really
and
good
wanting them more than they want me who birthed them. carried around for 9 months, tore up my body and all my abs. And, so it's like, does that ever stop you? Has that ever stopped you, Aly?
So when Sam was first born, yes, absolutely. I went into this like whole nobody can watch him except for me or my husband. And that even went out to grandparents. Like, I was jealous. Like, I didn't want him because I always knew.
Ex the grandparents too.
No, I like wouldn't let them. I didn't want Sam to like love them more. It was very. I mean, I had some postpartum issues. Clearly.
Oh gosh.
She's very possessive.
No, but that postpartum stuff is real.
No, seriously,
real.
it has completely shifted though. Where I mean, my in-laws are over all the time. They help us so much, and I love how much my son loves them. So I'm working on the issues. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I tell you, for me, especially after a night of drinking and my head hurts at 7:30 in the morning, I have this bad hangover. I cannot wait until Deborah gets there or Jill gets there at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I can sit my kids down those steps, let them give them breakfast, and I can try to sleep in and get this hangover off my back.
Yeah,
so I don't mind. I mean, I can't wait.
That was one thing we had to learn.
Yeah,
one thing we had to learn was if we're going to hang out, we're going to make sure we have somebody in the morning.
So true. I never thought to that. I never thought about that.
We would go out and have the sitter secured the whole
we
night.
Got it made,
and we like, oh, we did that. We got the sitter there. We hanging out. We going to have a good time. We go out, get trashed, get back home, and our kids are up at around 8, 9 o'clock, and we probably didn't get home till 6.
Sometimes earlier, yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
And now you got a hangover.
I never thought about the morning after.
Oh, you better start thinking about it. I remember one day, I think we smoked cigars, and we had wine and everything, and me and Monique both are trash. She was really trash, though. And the next morning, all I hear was,
dang, just throw all my business out there.
Well, you just said it a second ago.
He was really trash.
You were. But all I hear is this, with the voice gone and everything from smoking cigars. Chris, can you get the kids? I felt awful, but I had to get up, man up, and get the baby.
Power through, yeah.
But now we definitely get a sitter for the morning.
Or sometimes we have them stay overnight.
Yes.
I respect that about y'all because it's been times we all went out at night and you didn't have the sitter in the morning and y'all got up and y'all did what y'all had to do. I say that to say, like I always say, if you didn't have kids, if you didn't get married, and Aly just said something about you didn't think about the morning after. See, for guys like me, they came up with the morning after pill. See, this was perfect. This is why it's incredible. Like, any single guys out there listening to this, this is enough contraceptive you need. Do not have kids. Do you hear what they're going through? No, seriously. I witnessed it firsthand. 7 o'clock in the morning.
It's the worst thing in the world.
7 o'clock in the morning and you hear those footsteps. Do you know what I'm thinking while I'm in one of your guest rooms? I do not have to get up and I can stay my behind in bed. Don't you guys want to feel that? Don't you want to keep that?
Well, for a lot of guys out there, Hank, it's too late. They're already in the fire.
Oh, my goodness. Well, maybe you, Mr. Nice Single,
ready to mingle,
Hank, you can maybe one day get up and say, you know what, Monique and Chris,
I've done that. Stop that. I've done that.
Nah, I know.
I've done that.
You ain't mention it, so I was just going.
Well, you know what?
So she was just going to
there are times.
So,
yeah, hey, he ain't say it ain't happen.
Look, check it out. Check it out. See, I know. See, I got a conscience and I have a heart, and I know y'all deserve a break every now and again, but you also have to have consequences for having kids, even though they're beautiful.
Wow.
You have to have your consequences, and waking up after you got trashed, you need your consequences.
Oh, my Lord.
So, boom, there it is.
Well, I guess it's time for a confession. And my confession is the reason why I don't have a full-time nanny is because it would really piss me off if my kids was running up behind somebody else, wanting them, rejecting me. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't going to happen. But no, my babies are awesome. But I had to get to a point, especially after I had my car accident, that I had to realize, I can't put so much on my plate that I'm neglecting sleep, neglecting myself and everything else. So, at some point you just have to get help. And,
and it's okay to ask for help,
Yes.
And in order to take care of your little ones, like you have to take care of yourself as a whole.
Mm-hmm. That is so true. So
how do you take a strong woman that has, or it could be a male, that has pride issues and that's scared to ask for help? What would you
look
say
at
to
me.
those?
Honestly, I didn't want to ask for help either.
Yeah.
at one point you just kind of give in and you have to realize it on your own.
Yeah. And you know what I think a lot of people don't think about too as well is that, well, for me and Chris, we don't have family that lives nearby. Like, my mom lives in Florida, my dad's in Massachusetts, my sister and brother are in California.
Of course, Hank's only 3 hours away.
And Hank is close enough where, if I need to call him, if he's not busy and he's able to come down, then that's awesome as well. But most people, even the ones that work and the ones that, are at home that have family nearby, that's like the replacement nannies, having your grandparents nearby or having someone that you can trust. So for me and Chris, with our situation, it's pretty unique because the only way we can get a break is if we hire someone, So it's like the same way my grandparents used to watch us and raise us, that's the same, or when kids are in school, the parents able to get that time to themselves, or if they're at work, they get that little break, just the peace of mind of just not having your child like, mommy, 20,000 times.
I got to interject.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got to interject. Only reason why I have to interject is because you said, and I know you don't mean it specifically, you said the only time you can have a break is to hire help. And I got to put it out there. I would watch the kids with no fee or anything if it was actually needed.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks for letting us know that.
Dang, I ain't.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
seriously, that's
Date night
amazing.
tonight, honey?
I did not.
Sure.
Yeah,
Let's
baby.
do it.
I did not think that through.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? We
No.
can probably record
what's
another
the
episode
catch?
today if Hank
What's the
goes
catch?
home now.
Well, see, now this is the catch, and I'm glad you said it. I don't need any funds if I could take the new Bentley out. No, seriously. It's not all about the money, and it's not all about the money. I would definitely be there to watch
It's all
those
about
kids.
the flousing.
It's all flousing.
And
Nah,
that's
but I'm
a no.
sorry, but I just want to say.
It's a no.
Okay, the older Bentley is cool too.
It's a no. I'd rather just pay somebody $20 an hour.
I'd rather keep my own churn.
You always got to be the stand-up dad.
That's my own baby crying. Oh my God. Y'all are hilarious. But so I guess when it comes down to it, are there any other things that make you feel jealous that your child may do or say? Like sometimes my kids say the funniest stuff, like they're off the chain. But what I do love is that kids will show you how you love them. I hug and kiss on my kids like it's obnoxious, probably to some people. I love loving on them, and I'm so affectionate, and so are they. And I tell them like probably 20 or 30 times a day that I love them. And once they began talking, it's so cute. My daughter will be like, "Good night, mommy." I'm like, "Good night, baby. I love you too." She'll say she loves me too first.
Yeah, right.
I love you too. And I'm like, "Oh, baby, I love you." They show you, and it's like, that's like the payoff, just to see all that warmness and to feel that love from your child. So it just makes it all better at the end of the night. You kind of forget
absolutely.
how everything happened throughout the day.
Right. One thing with Milana, she's 2, and I'll see her kissing on Monique all day long, and every now and then she'll come and want to, hug and kiss me. But then sometimes she'll, "No, I don't want to kiss you, Daddy." And I'm fine with that because she needs to learn her, how to control, situations. So at the end of the day, she's going to get older. Some little boy's going to try to kiss her and she's not feeling it. She needs to be comfortable enough to say no. So I don't mind when she rejects, the affection that I want to give her at certain times.
That's a good way to look at it.
So,
Yeah.
I don't force her to do it. At the end of the day, I don't think that they should be forced. She should be independent enough to speak her own mind and what she's feeling and express that.
And not feel bad about it.
That sounds
That's
very.
awesome.
Right.
That's very deep. But did you come up with that to handle not feeling well about it? No, seriously.
No, I don't-
that was very heartfelt.
No,
but I want to know seriously. Did you come up with that to handle the situation?
Definitely not. I'm not sensitive like that when it comes to my kids. I like when they speak up and speak their minds, and if they're not feeling me at that particular time, I'm cool with that. The only one that that I really need those kisses from is kind of sitting over that way. So.
Hey, boo.
It's always this sexual tension. Like,
I know.
I'm glad
I feel
y'all are
awkward.
It's not just sexual.
I'm
I
glad
love
y'all
my
at
wife.
the other end of the. I'm glad y'all separated
just
right
wanna
now.
flirt with her a little bit.
We would have to be at opposite ends. I wanted him so I could see him while I'm talking
Hands
to
will
him.
be all
With
under
his
the
room
table
set up.
right
Flirt with my
now.
wife a little bit.
Horrible.
That's it.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
See, you flirt with this person, that person, this person,
Randoms.
that person, and you don't.
That's
have
what we're gonna call the people.
randoms.
Randoms.
Yeah.
Randoms.
She ain't nothing but old rammer.
Y'all acting random. Let me tell you something. Random affection is great. Random sex is great. Random locations are even greater. So
It doesn't ever
You were
get like
supposed to say
old
the
or
code
tired.
word, Hank.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know,
I'm sorry.
babies can,
I'm sorry.
you know.
You're right. Random mushy gushy. Sorry.
Kids are going to think that's some type of fruit snack.
Sorry.
I know, right? Mommy, I want a mushy.
Gushy.
Daddy gonna be like, I want one too.
Oh my God. No.
Oh, God.
Sound like a fruit roll up or
It
something.
do.
I was thinking Gushers.
That's it.
But why did I
So
just
what
start
flavor
thinking?
would Gusher with Monique be? Did they ever come out with caramel Gushers?
Oh, my God.
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Why did I
Okay,
have?
we get a little
Now I
too
feel
deep.
awkward again.
Why did I just start thinking about blow pops? I'm sorry. I just started thinking about blow pops. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Hank, you
This
are
is
so random as the women you choose.
If y'all could see my face right now, people that's listening, I gotta agree with her. I mean, I gotta agree with her.
Here you go, Hank. There's a little pop.
A blow pop. Oh, she gave me a blow pop. Well, you know what? I'm not going to reject this blow pop like some of y'all kids reject y'all.
I randomly had a blow pop in my purse.
That's unbelievable, actually.
Tastes very good.
Oh my God, this has been so much fun. Any other thoughts before we get to our moment of silence?
What are you doing with a blow pop?
So
I'm sorry. Like, what are you doing with this blow pop? This is great.
She eats a lot of candy.
I was just practicing.
I was about to say, was this practice? Oh my God. Keep the jaws muscles working. This is horrible. This is horrible. Oh my God. Hold on, but
Lord.
this would no, I cannot say that. I'm sorry.
It's best not. I feel like,
Yeah.
right? I feel like if you're,
Because she
if
said
you're
it was
questioning
practice. Well, you know
okay.
what? Because I'm very comfortable. She said it's practice. This wouldn't be to scale, is it? I mean, no, but don't answer it because I don't want to know the answer.
It was
but
clearly
it was
a
just
joke.
put out there, and this was. Could it be serious? I
More
don't
to
know.
scale would be this mic.
No. Well, if them babies came out of you that big. Okay, I'm done. I'm just gonna sit back and suck.
And on
That's
that
it.
note.
I mean, that's not what I meant. But y'all get what I'm
Eat the blow
saying.
pop.
Eating is way
Anime.
better. Eating is better than sucking.
Eat
You're
the
absolutely
blow pop,
right. I
anime.
will. I'm sorry.
my
I'm done.
Lord.
I'm done.
You have to forgive. Y'all have to forgive us. We
Pray for me. Please
we're
pray
around
for
each
me.
other so much. The chemistry is just undeniable. When we start laughing and joking, it just does not stop, and we're trying to remain as G-rated as possible, just in case the kids
Absolutely.
are listening. But
Absolutely.
I would advise you just, after you drop the kids off to school, then listen to this
Kids,
podcast.
all kids are gonna want blow pops
in
this
case.
afternoon,
Or gushers,
or gushers,
or fruit roll-ups,
or fruit roll-ups.
or sloppy Joe.
Put something in. What's today? Tuesday. Put something sweet in your mouth Tuesdays. I'm sorry.
goodness.
Don't laugh at that. I'm sorry. I'm done.
That wasn't really funny.
That was corny.
Hey, what they say?
You gonna-
Boom, boom, boom,
Are you gonna
boom.
take a vote? You gonna take a vote? Was it a good? Say yay or nay if that was good or not. Yay or nay. Was that good?
Nay. Yeah.
I'm not feeling the
I'm gonna
team
go
atmosphere
no.
Hey,
right
man,
now.
write down your jokes and get them approved before we get here.
Yeah, seriously, that was terrible, Hank.
Okay, let's let it go right now. Let it go. Move on. Why are we still talking about it?
We're waiting for you to come up with something better.
Oh, let's let him
We're
off
trying
the
to give
hook.
you another chance. Nothing?
Why did Biggie's song come in my head? Baby, give me one more chance, Biggie.
It just gets
All right,
worse
I'm
and
done.
worse.
All right,
He's tapped out for
Trying
the
to
day.
rebound, man.
He tried.
Muggsy Bogues up under the basket trying to rebound.
Do y'all see me sweating right now?
Yes.
This is how hard I'm thinking.
Yes.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not a quitter. All right, I'm
Oh
done.
Lord! All right, y'all. No, this was great. I thought it was a good topic. So, what is our tip of the day? Do we have any tips? I'm like, what can we do for the parents that are feeling unwanted?
Think of it as a break.
I think we gave
Take
enough
time,
tips.
make time for you.
How to make your
Yes.
spouse happy.
Wait,
and-
y'all are talking. Aly just said something.
You heard me? She said tips. Tips.
Oh God!
Oh,
Stop
man.
it! Stop
This
it!
is a
Stop
fool.
it!
Oh my
But
God.
on a more serious note, I know we're over here clowning, but we do need to give some tips. Aly just gave a great one.
What's
Yeah.
that?
When your kid rejects you, think of it as a break for you to take time for yourself.
Yeah.
Pour a glass of wine. Do something nice for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of a gift and a curse when your child rejects you because
Yeah.
it's like the gift is you get a little free time. Be grateful.
You don't
Because-
have to like eat a snack in the closet. You can actually like eat it and watch TV.
Oh my God, isn't that annoying? Every time you try to eat anything, here they go.
To hide in the bathroom.
You asked them earlier, you want me to fix you a plate of food? No. As soon as you fix your own food, then they want to eat it all up.
They're like little roaches. They just come running right to you. Like, and it's like as soon as the light goes out, they just scatter. And you're like, where'd they go? Like, seriously. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like, and what's even worse is when you make them the same exact thing on their plate.
Yes.
And then you sit down, cozy in front of yours, and they're like, Mommy, I want what you have. Excuse me. It's identical to what you have. Like
literally the same.
Oh my goodness. It's insane. But yeah, I just want to say, as far as tips go as well, just remember that your children's needs change. So sometimes they might be feeling daddy, sometimes they might be feeling mommy, just depending on what they're going through. So it's not always a minus, when and just make sure you parents out there don't feel any type of way if your child is like favoring one over the other. Respect what they're doing. Don't give them an attitude. I can't stand when I see parents do that. You want your daddy? Whatever, go have your daddy. It's like, why are you mad? Like, you chose him before the child did,
That's right.
So it's like, just say, okay, if that's what you want, it's fine. You can have daddy, and make them feel even more confident about the decision that they made.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, creating balance, enjoying your free time, like Aly said, and just, don't get so beside yourself. They're children, they're growing, and just be happy that they're wise enough to make a decision. How about that?
No doubt.
Cool. Yeah. So I just want to give a moment of silence to all the rejected parents out there who actually can enjoy a moment of silence. So how about that?
Perfect.
Oh, man, this has been fun. Thank you so much, Big Bang Hank, my forever bachelor.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes. My wonderful husband, my super secure, super dad, Chris.
Thank you, baby.
Thanks for joining us and becoming a co-host for the show.
So
this is going to be fun. Oh, my goodness. Y'all are going to have to oversee this foreplay every week. Y'all two in the middle. They're going to be so disgusted by the time we leave
We'll tell
here.
you about it next time we come.
I think we need a sexy single co-host as well. So I can share the same thing that y'all share.
We don't need 5 people up in here.
I know,
Don't
right?
mess up the numbers.
No, he need 5 girls is what he's saying.
Five random girls.
Well, if any single moms are listening, Hank is available. As long as your kid is over 18. And thank you so much, Aly. This was so much fun. I love your perspective. This was great. She is the I need to see it to believe it first time mom. And I'm going to keep pushing some natural remedies your way, too. You know what? That's what we didn't say. Is there like a natural remedy for rejection? Maybe there's an oil for that. There's an oil for everything. Clarity. Rub it on your forehead. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, y'all have a great day. Thanks for starting your day with us or ending your night with us. Either way, I'm happy that we're a part of your day. So have a nice night and a nice day wherever time it is for you. And we'll see you next time. Not for Lazy Moms. Make sure you go to the website, www.notforlazymoms.com.